my recording crashed after we got Vic, so a few things in this room that didn't get saved in the recording. So we have the grave sites of all of the patriarch's former wives. We also had a note from his doctor that said that he fired his doctor after saying that there was something wrong with him. Other than that, that seemed to be all that was lost.
There you are, Rangers. Starting to wonder if Vic got you.
Good to see you getting shit done, November.
I'll radio HQ and get them to send us some transport. See you there.
Yeah, ditto. You're all right.
Before you head out, I have something to ask you. If I go back to Ranger HQ now, I'll probably end up in a room doing lab work. To be honest, I'm kind of tired of research. I'd rather take my chances out there with you. There are some things you just can't learn in the lab, you know? So, can I join your squad?
I would like you to.
Glad to join your team.
We are full. What do you got for me? Achievement, the scientist. Giuseppe Joran is offered to join your party. So she's got IMAC weapons, weird science, and nerd stuff. We got Cyclops for weird science, and we got Valkyrie for nerd stuff. So it's like not really got much use for Giuseppe, unfortunately. Maybe in another playthrough, Giuseppe. I'll bear you in mind.
Ugh, what a day. Oh, I need a fucking drink.
I mean, I'd be down to swap out companions. It's just that I've built my squad so specialized that it wouldn't make sense, you know? Because these are two skills the rest of my squad doesn't have. Survival is extremely useful whenever we're on the road. But, also, I feel like Lucia would be the least, what's the word I'm looking for? She would be, I would miss her the least whenever traveling, just because she's only got one main skill that I really use. It's like, sure, she has weapon modding as well, but I've also, like, I can just build a character, which I have done. I forgot what I named that character, but yeah, I built the other character just for weapon modding and armor modding. So it's like, if I were to get rid of anyone, it would probably be Lucia. Alright, let's head back to HQ. So now we are loved by all the major factions we've met so far, except the Gippers, but still. So we got the 100 families loved, Patriarchs Marshals love us, Gippers hate us, but you know, what can you do? Monster Army is loved, Wasteland Refugees loved. We are in high reputation with a lot of people.
HQ calling Team November. Got a lady here says she's a Desert Ranger, part of Angela Death's advance team, with an important message. Gonna hold her here till you get back. Copy.
Well, we were heading that way anyway. She's a Desert Ranger.
Well, as far as I could tell, she's the real deal. Showed us her Ranger star and everything.
Where is she now?
We're making her comfortable in the war room. She'll be here when you get back.
Sounds good.
Affirmative, Rangers. And before I forget, the guys and gals in R&D have put together some new tech. You should head back to HQ and see for yourselves. Over and out.
Nice. We might just do that. And now we have the Dominator chassis. Looking good. Oh, achievement. Chop chop, champ. You upgrade your vehicle to the highest level. You also have the goat cannon. And now we should be able to equip a utility that is not the level 3 resistance. Hey, now we can equip this so we can go a little faster on the world map.
Okay, I say, Father Enola, you must let us pass. The minions of Cochise are not afraid of your bombs. I got a 58 on my hard ass.
The leader of the MAD monks, bathed in the glowing green. Glow from his backpack. perturbed by your plea. The Great Titan will protect us. Even steel melts in his warmth.
Cold Eye spotted a honey badger bracelet on Enola, right? Smartass 77%. Is that the same one that was on that old dude we saved? Okay. Father Enola, we saved an old man from cannibals. He had a honey badger bracelet just like yours. We're nursing him to health back at RHQ. You know him?
The priest looks stunned. Pappy? Could it be? You saved my Pappy, Rangers? I owe you so much. Please go with Titan's blessing. I'm going to go see Pappy right away.
But that's not what happened.
What was that?
Ah! Oh, nothing. What are you guys doing?
Well, you are in for a treat. We're playing Improved Rangers and Robots. The world's greatest game of imagination and math.
It sounds fun. How do I play? Can I play? Who can I be?
Of course. The more, the merrier. You can be whoever or whatever you want.
Oh my goodness. I want to be strong and tall and beautiful.
Let me just get you a character sheet.
I'm gonna be beautiful. Oh, sorry. I was distracted. This game is easy to get lost in with all the stats and character development and...
Just like Wasteland 3.
Oh, I don't even know if I am. I'm cold every minute I'm here. Just makes me miss Arizona even more.
I wonder if, like, her being a mutant makes her more cold resistant or anything.
I really hope we can finish helping the Patriarch and get back home with the supplies as quick as possible. If we were too late, and there was no Arizona to go back to, I don't know what I'd do.
Well, I'm assuming your family is still alive.
I'm feeling pretty hopeful. We've done what the Patriarch asked us to do. As long as he holds up his side of the bargain, I think we have a real chance to save Arizona and the Rangers. See you.
Can you imagine the pain of losing a daughter or a sister? I hope Gwendolyn and Priscilla Reed are going to be okay.
Plaque reads the Rangers condone neither trespassing nor underage drinking. Well, yeah, no. The underage drinking part we may be a little hypocritical on, but you know how it goes. Small brass plate on the frame of this portrait says, "The gift befriended by Team November."
Okay, we're all gonna be cool with each other from now on, right? No more fights.
We will if you will.
And we will if you will. So we're good, yeah?
We're good.
Good.
How long is this gonna last?
If you're taking bets, put me down for 2 days.
Well, it's going alright for now, so don't jinx us. Let's go talk to Vic in the prison.
Clean the latrines? Empty the trash?
You just sit there and think on what you've done, Ash. That's your job here.
Oh, but I have, and I totally understand now that everything I did was bad.
Sure you do.
I'm just too eager to please. That's my problem. Vic asked me to do those things, and well, I like Vic, so...
That's your excuse? Your need to please blinded you to the immoral nature of overseeing the torture and murder of multiple innocent victims?
Yes?
Sorry, Ash. No special treatment until you grow a conscience.
Aw, but that might never happen.
Well, we got Vic on in here. Got Ash and Vic.
Any chance you might, you know, let me out?
Not at the moment.
I'm so fucking bored!
Just don't, you know, gouge out Ash's eyes or anything like that.
Amazing! You saved all of the hostages in Aspen. That is, simply put, the most impressive thing I have ever heard.
Rangers! I'm dying in here. Give me a book, huh?
Make sure it has pictures.
Yeah, lots of pictures. Thanks, little brother.
Good that you saved some people from my brother's craziness in Aspen, but that won't be good enough for my father. Half done is as good as none. That's what he always told me.
What about Brago? He got anything to say?
Hope you have eyes in the back of your heads, Rangers. I've been in tougher spots than this, Rangers. I won't forget about you when I'm out of here. Hope you have eyes in the back of your heads, Rangers.
Priscilla Reed always used to pick on me, so I don't really care that she's dead. But my father will. He can't afford to piss off the 100 families. And especially not Gwendolyn Reed.
Priscilla. Did Priscilla die? I don't think she did.
So you saved all the 100 family hostages. I'm impressed. But my dad won't be. He'll still say you could have done it better.
Well,
Trust me, Rangers. You can't win. Not with my dad.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind, Valor.
Violet Reed always used to pick on me. So I don't really care that she's dead. But my father will.
Again, I don't think she's dead. I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
I could be out of here in 10 seconds if I had my tools. You saved the Reed girls. Yeah, that's too bad. You wouldn't believe how they picked on me when we were kids.
See, there you go. That's the dialogue.
I will be free. You can't contain a brain like mine.
What can I do for you? Do you think we have the resources to build another, more secure cage for Victory? I can feel him watching me, waiting for an opportunity. He's a predator, and he sees everyone, everything as his prey. I'm not sure anything can change that.
Maybe we could build him one of those Hannibal Lecter type of things. Strap him in, put a little mask on him, you know?
Makes you see the reason why they built the pillories in the first place. But I've heard stories about how he'd watch them laughing as a child. Maybe that's where he got the idea that life is cheap and the rest of us are just for his amusement. I heard what Ash did. That's the banality of evil. The casual cruelty of the cowardly and sycophantic. He still says he was just doing what he was told, as he had no choice, no control over his actions. I'm not sure if he truly believes that, or if he's just trying to protect himself. I'm not sure it matters.
I mean, I think he's definitely very incompetent, but incompetent to the point where he's somehow dangerous.
I think the only way we'll find true justice here is to give him the time to sit with his crimes and steep.
Yeah. Connie Zhang. Before I talk to you, let me talk to Gideon real quick. Pardon me. Gideon.
It's great to be here, Rangers. I love what you've done with the place. Now, what can I do for you?
He's sitting in. We'd like to revise political matters. Give his thoughts on some of the factions. How are you settling in?
Wonderfully. Thank you for asking. Your staff is so accommodating.
I would like to ask your advice on political matters.
That's what I'm here for. How can I help?
What should we do if we want the Patriarch's wholehearted support?
You're well on your way now that you've got both of his sons under your control. That's exactly what he asked for. All you have to do now is to do the same with Liberty, which, well, good luck.
What do we need to do to remove the Patriarch without bloodshed or chaos in the streets?
Sadly, I don't think a peaceful transition is possible anymore, Rangers.
Why is that?
Your failure to bring electricity back to the city has shown that you are no better a caretaker of Colorado Springs than the Patriarch is. And the people won't trade one incompetent leader for another. I'm afraid I have no suggestions for what other course of action you might take now. And honestly, I don't think I want to hear your plans. But I will still make myself available to you if you require general information.
So you're saying I should have not killed the Gippers. Could you give us your thoughts on some of the factions we're dealing with?
I'm honored that you value my opinion. Go on.
What can you tell us about the Gippers?
They are fools. But unfortunately, because they own Colorado's only oil fields, we have to suffer with them. They worship a dead president as a god and walk around talking and acting like they were cowboys out of a child's picture book of the Old West. Ridiculous people. Saul should have dealt with them years ago.
But we've dealt with them now. What can you tell us about the 100 families?
Despite the Patriarch's belief that he built Colorado on his own, he couldn't have done it without the support of the 100 families. He protects us, true, but without our money, he'd be protecting us with sticks and stones, not tanks and guns. We are the money and the power here, and the keepers of the values of our survivalist forebears. Strong alone, but stronger together, like the mountains. Anyone who intends to rule here would have to appease the families first.
Well, I am loved by the families, so sounds pretty good to me. What can you tell us about the refugees?
A regrettable byproduct of difficult times. I wish them well, but I'd advise you not to waste resources on them. They come and go and won't be able to assist with your ambitions.
Tell us about the marshals.
Well...
Go on, Mr. Reyes. I can take it.
If you insist, Marshal Quan. The marshals are our police force here in Colorado Springs, but let's say their focus isn't so much on solving crime as deterring it. Most problems are dealt with using the gun and the boot, rarely the head. They're also known to look the other way if enough money changes hands. Therefore, this is a town where help from the marshals is for those who can pay for it. Those who can't, fear them. Was that a fair assessment, Marshal Quan?
Let's see here. Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Tell us your opinion of the local big shots.
Who are you interested in?
The Patriarch.
He is everything you have ever been told about him, and more. A man who built a state with nothing but his bare hands and brute will. Even in his current state, he is dangerous. Indeed, I'd argue he's more dangerous now than he was in his youth. A man who is terrified of losing his place in the world will do anything to keep it. Anything. I loved him once. Worshipped him. Now I just fear him. Fear what he could do to Colorado if he continues to unravel. Who else are you interested in?
Vic.
Stay away from him if you can. Victory Buchanan isn't sane. He's a spoiled, homicidal brat who needs to be put down like a rabid dog.
You might actually be right there.
Not that I would condone murder, Marshal.
No, of course not. That would be illegal.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. People who spend too much time in Victory's presence don't live long.
Gotcha.
Who else are you interested in?
What about Val?
I've always felt a bit sorry for Valor. Book smart and quiet in a family where neither of those things were valued. But he grew up a peevish young man, always alert to slights, whether real or imagined. He ended up believing he was better than everyone else because he was misunderstood. And that's why he stays with the Gippers, I think. They understand him. Or at least pretend to.
Yeah.
Who else are you interested in?
Gotcha. Liberty.
She was a terrifying little girl and grew up to be a terrifying woman. I have never known anyone so able to focus or so certain of their path. She believes she is destined to rule Colorado and will not stop until she succeeds. But if she succeeds, woe to us all. Colorado will become a war machine, and all us citizens merely fuel for its ever-grinding engines. Who else are you interested in?
Sheriff Daisy?
Well, Reyes?
Well, I would say Sheriff Daisy is a woman to be both admired and feared. She is fair, but doesn't forget. And she is slow to forgive.
You could say that again.
Who else are you interested in?
Let's see. Farron Brago.
I wish that man had never come here. His legitimate business is the Little Vegas, a casino and brothel downtown. But he also runs a criminal empire, selling drugs, weapons, and information to anyone who can pay, including our enemies. I think the Patriarch allowed him to stay because he thought the people needed entertainment. But the Little Vegas hardly qualifies. It's a lurid pit of lost wages and despair. Disgusting. As for the man himself, he wears all the trappings of class. Fine suits, shoes, jewelry, but he's a thug at heart, no matter how hard he tries to hide it. Who else are you interested in?
Anyone else?
Certainly.
Alright.
That's what I'm here for. How can I help?
What else do we need to do to remove... it was impossible to dispose the Patriarch peacefully. Would you support a transfer of power?
You mean a transfer of power to you? Storming the palace and fighting the marshals, confronting old Saul in his throne room, because that is what it would come to. I suppose it might be possible to give Colorado the future I've been dreaming for her in that scenario, but it wouldn't be certain. It wouldn't even be likely, So, I'm afraid I'd have to say no. I would not support you. Thus, if you want me to remain here and to continue giving you advice, I would advise you not to tell me if that is the course you are intending to follow.
Gotcha. How are we gonna go with Brago? Well, it's late now.
Why would you want to? The man is a thug and corrupter, and should have no place in this city.
Trim woman salutes you. She wears no identifying insignia on her combat fatigues.
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Rangers. I've brought a message from Angela Death.
Gotcha. Are you an Arizona Ranger?
Yep. I bet we just miss each other back home. My husband, Jason, and I left California with Colonel Death when she turned Daisy. Jason opened his gun shop at HQ, and I signed on. Then Angela picked me for the Colorado Advance team, and I've been here ever since. Missing Jason like crazy, but that's the life of a ranger, right?
Your name is Train?
My real name is Connie. But my husband always calls me Choo Choo Train, because my maiden name was Choo. Somehow, the other guys in my unit found out about this, and now everybody calls me Train.
Gotcha.
I'm getting used to it.
So what's this about?
Colonel Death has info for you that's too sensitive for the airwaves. She wants a face-to-face. Sent me to arrange it.
Uh-huh. Why didn't Angie come to herself? Where's the meeting supposed to... why didn't you... What info?
Colonel Death will give you the details, but Liberty Buchanan is getting ready to make her move on her car. And the army she's assembled, well, let's just say they're probably not going to be very worried about collateral damage. The Colonel has intel that will help you stop Liberty before she pulls the trigger.
Why didn't she come to us herself?
She doesn't have much reason to trust you, does she? Despite her showing you the Patriarch's bad side, you're still following his orders. She's not going to put her head in the lion's mouth. If you want to meet her, it'll have to be on neutral ground.
Alright. Where is this meeting supposed to take place?
The house of the Hoon family. Just your squad. Nobody else. Will you come?
What guarantees do we have? We'll think about what guarantees do we have we're not going to get jumped when we get there.
You're probably not going to take her word as a ranger at this point. But think about it. You both want to stop Liberty Buchanan from starting her coup, right? Well, Angie wants to help you do that. So, she's got no reason to kill you. And if that's not good enough, how about I offer myself as a hostage? I'll stay here at your base until you hear her out. If anything happens to you, you can have your crew shoot me down.
Okay. We'll go see her.
Thanks, Rangers. I'll be here until you get back.
Team November, we've got trouble. Scar collectors are attacking the perimeter at multiple points. We're coordinating the defense now, but we need all hands on deck.
Alright. On our way, Lieutenant Zing, stay here. Keep out of the way. Stay here and take cover.
Will do.
Rangers, come out and play!
That is a painful voice you have there.
Liberty says, thanks for dealing with her brothers. Now, deal with this. Lurch party!
That guy on the left there is an absolute freak. Oh, they got a vehicle too. Oh no. How'd you let these guys get so close? Yeah, you scratched that car. Nice shot. Yeah, he took out 3 guys in that turn. And my game crashed. Because of course it did. Did a ton of damage. You can take a shot. And of course my car is also out here. And that did not kill you, huh? What about my goat cannon? That does not have the range I thought it would. Oh, hold on. It's got a lot of range, it's just really confusing. So I could waste my time firing. Let's use the goat cannon. Let's see how that is. My god. That is, messy. I'd like to finish off that car up there, but I don't think I can get close enough to do that. So I could go up there and just smack it. I don't know how well that would work, but I could try it. Could also just shoot it with the rocket. I don't know how much range. Not enough there. That didn't kill it, unfortunately. Come on. Jesse. And it's dead. Oh, jeez, what is that fire and move? Ow. Nice shots. Give him a little smack. Yeah, kitty. Killed him. Killed him real good. Well, let's see if she can hit this. Yeah, she can, and she killed him. Nice. Meet Angela Death at the Hoon Homestead. Fancy this. What you got in here for me? A display case. A gold-plated hammer. A smaller gold-plated cast of the Patriarch's signature weapon.